seen it all. Move to the birds, I got it all. Give me the ball, I get it all. Pass me the rock, I get it all. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I came from the hood, I seen it all.
What's good, my dog? Fresh off a boat, huh?
Welcome to the show.
He come in, you know what I
Man,
mean?
You got the
fresh off a
alkaline
boat.
water?
The
You
beauty
good?
water.
Oh, 9.5
man.
plus. Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
look, what's good? What's good, bro? You got Malcolm Kelley.
We here.
You got damn Cory Wiley on the set,
We here,
man.
we
I'm so
here.
happy to have y'all, man. So happy to have y'all. Got my dogs in the building,
Come
man.
on, man. You already know.
Real life.
Where was y'all at though? My bad. You know what I'm saying? Let's jump back where y'all was at. You know,
Hey,
I ain't mean to.
You know, honestly, bro, we was on some great topics.
We was on
right
some
now.
great topics.
Some
but-
great topics.
Yeah.
We're gonna
was
keep
just
'em going.
We was going in.
I got a little Casamigos.
You know, I definitely want to fill you in. You know, but what I think mainly what's important right now is that we just continue where we left off, and we gonna keep this conversation
For sure.
going. You just
That
My
and
bad.
pop in whenever you want to pop in. You chime in whenever you want to chime in. But this is what I want to say though.
Damn.
When it comes to our walk on this planet, though, when it comes to our love, it's that, you know, back then they definitely needed Jesus. You know what I'm saying? But
We always
We-
need.
exactly,
Come
we
on.
always
forever
need.
will
No,
need
look,
God.
So, but look, but we all.
Well,
this
well,
all I'm saying
yeah,
is
man, I'm
that
about to say,
we are God's children,
Of course.
and when we make a certain book that says that one person was anointed with that thing, then we begin to start trying to point a finger somewhere else and look for everywhere else for our answers, bro. When really the answer is us. We are God's children.
Well,
Because if Jesus is God's only son, how are we God's children? Are you not God's
He
son?
didn't say only son. That's the thing.
But no, but think about this, is like if I have a kid, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I have one son right here, and then this is my anointed son, but then you're a different. There's
Nobody
no such
says
thing as
neither is
that.
anointed. See, that's where you're getting the context mixed up because he's not saying one is anointed and one is not the other. He's saying one was the one sent to die for everyone and to take in that sin. That's what he's saying. He's not saying one is different from other. He's saying one is in that place, as far as just like let's say you had two sons, right?
Mhm.
One went to the league, one was working at McDonald's. Who was gonna take care of who? Right? If I went to the league and I got a brother working at McDonald's, I'm gonna make sure he's straight. I'm gonna make sure he's lined up. I'm gonna make sure he's good. Logically, not everybody does that, but I'm just saying, as far as in your context, it doesn't mean one is better than the other. He's just saying he's the chosen one,
And a lot of times, if
and
you
that's
look
how
at-
it happens. Like
in the
that.
Bible, though, you know, it's always the one who was not the one who went to leave. It's usually one who went to the war and the one who stayed home, you know, with their father. And they happen to come into these big blessings. And a lot of times when you read these stories in the Bible and different, you know, religious stories, it's always the one who wasn't the one shining at the time that was really the one bringing the blessing or just being the light, let's say.
And I'm just gonna add to that and say this though. When we talk about sons and we talking about children that, you know, that are right now that we looking at, because you're a son to somebody, you're a son to somebody, she's a daughter to somebody, and that will never change.
Fact.
Like you're forever a daughter, you're forever a son, you're forever a son. I'm forever a son to somebody, regardless deceased, alive, whatever. And now we talking on the spiritual realm. I'm forever God's child.
It's forever, especially when you
You know what I'm
accept him. Now, that's another thing too. People think, oh, it's when you accept him. You know what I mean? Like even when you dive into, people be like, oh, talk about God all the time, but people don't even give God time. Let's be real.
No,
Do
facts.
people actually open their Bible? Have you read the first chapter of the book? And that's just in general. I'm just talking to you in general. But like people always say God, 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 God. But it's like, how much time are you giving God? One thing I was told too was, and that's something I'm even working on. Like, you know what I mean? But one thing I was told was, whatever you give the most time to is your God. And that stuck out to me. Right. It's just plain and simple.
It's just someone you know more, like you said. Do you even know? Like, have you read the first page?
Right, there you go, exactly. So it's just like, yes, you know what I mean? We can claim Jesus, we can claim God, we can claim all this spirituality, but it's like, how much are you really putting into it to even know? You know what I mean? To even know what you're talking about, to even know, okay, these artifacts, to do research.
So is that why crime is so high in places like,
I
because
mean, yeah.
if you know, if you're chanting
It's
this
what's
music
known.
all the
There you
time,
go.
you're talking about demon time
It's
all the
what's
time, you
known.
really know the devil more.
It's
So
what's
you
known.
really,
It's what's
and
projected.
is that
Television,
why crime is
music,
so high?
television, music, entertainment. I mean, the government. We can go that deep. They plant certain things for a reason. They plant stuff in neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Liquor stores, gun stores, dispensaries, whatever. They know what they're doing. Everything is for.
I do it all. Now I don't want to reintroduce, you know what I'm saying? You know, our guest today. Once again, y'all with the Do It All podcast with my beautiful host, DeAnna Richstar.
DeAnna.
Hey, I got my dog, Cory Wiley in the building, Malcolm Kelley in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, man, it's a blessing to have y'all here today. It's a blessing to have y'all here, have y'all energy. I know both of y'all real busy with stuff y'all got going on, so, if y'all got anything up and coming right now, let me know what y'all got going on,
Just working as always, staying up on auditions. I'm working on a sitcom show right now.
Oh,
So
fire.
it's been shooting that for like the last week. Working with this producer by the name of Bentley Evans. He did Martin Show. He wrote Jamie Foxx Show. Did a few other things, Family Time. He got a few other shows.
Not Martin. That's a
Yeah. So it's dope
Yeah.
working with him. Yeah, he's a legendary director, producer, writer.
Yeah.
So he's been working
definitely
with him.
legendary.
Yeah, so it's
Gotta
real
be.
cool. Working on a sitcom. It's something different with sitcoms, just how they flow. But it's
Facts.
cool, still doing my thing, just working on that, and then like I said, just auditioning, keeping up with my LLC, and staying busy.
Hey, man, you know what I heard?
Busy.
I heard you out here. You started showing business with COVID tests, bro. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so I got a COVID testing business. Like I said, I got an LLC contract with this lab out in Beverly Hills. It's been solid. I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 months. And recently,
That's dope.
Yeah, recently just contracted with a new lab, so I've been doing that, just building up.
Yeah.
I mean, so hey, anybody ever?
Hey, look,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
gonna come to you if I need a quick little COVID test.
Nah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
definitely. But yeah,
I need me a quick little get my nose, nostril right.
Yeah, a little,
You know what I'm
something,
saying?
something.
I would get the nostril swab. You feel me?
Yeah, so I've been doing that too. But yeah,
Yeah, a little
so any
rapid test.
schools, any businesses, any stuff like that need COVID testing, I take care of y'all.
Facts.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, just
I'll reach out to my boy Cory Story, man. If you ever need y'all school tested, you need your wife tested, anything, go ahead and go get on the rapid COVID test with Cory Story, man. What about you, my dog Malcolm? What's going on with you, man? What you been got going on?
And
PCR.
PCR.
You do it all.
Yeah, come on.
Do it all. Okay, do it all.
Yes, sir. You already know.
Yeah, man. Shit, chilling. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can cuss.
Oh no, you good. You Gucci.
Okay,
You Gucci.
yeah.
You Gucci.
Yeah, dog.
Nah, just the acting and the music, man. So yeah, definitely tune into the socials. Tap in on that at the Real Malcolm. Y'all can follow up. Insecure just got done. Whole lot of stuff you can tap into. But and managing a little bit. Got a new artist out named Anaya. She doing dope, so tap into her as well. So yeah, man, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, man. If y'all don't know,
Glad to be here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Glad
hey,
to
look,
have
it's a
you.
blessing. It's a blessing to have you on here too, man. You and Cory. If y'all don't know, man, Malcolm, I've been watching. I've been always a movie buff, Pop's a movie buff. You know what I'm saying? My whole life. You feel me? This man has been in movies with this little baby Denzel, man. This is the baby version of Denzel, the little kid version of Denzel. You feel me? It was a grown Denzel, then this little Malcolm Kelley, little baby Denzel. You know what I'm saying? So he used to be in there giving us all the moves. You know what I'm saying? When we was all around that age.
How'd you get started with that? What like triggered you to start acting?
I mean, I started young, so you really don't know too much, but it just looked fun at the time.
Was it more so like your family like made you, or like a movie inspired you, or like someone just saw it in you, or like
Nah, not really. I'm kind of like one of the, like, one of the first, in my family to kind of do it. Shout out to my cousin Perry, she doing her thing too. But I was like, young, watching the McDonald's commercials. You know what I'm saying? Back when the slogan was "Put a smile on." You know what I'm saying? They just used to have fun, and I kind of like was like I want to do that, and You know, it wasn't really no Instagram or social media at the time or whatever. So it's kind of like newspapers or whatever. And my mom ended up finding a management company that led into meetings, you know, going into auditioning and, you know, acting classes and signing with them and actually ended up booking a McDonald's commercial, you know what I'm saying,
Yay,
ironically. And
cool.
you know what I'm saying? So kind of just seeing the vision, like, you know, just, but, you know, at a young age, just like not really know what's going on, but having a good time and enjoying what I'm doing. And that grew, you know what I'm saying? And the guest starring on TV shows and, you know what I'm saying, ended up, you know, doing movies and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? So it was just dope just to see where entertainment can come. I'm from Long Beach, you know, California. So, you know,
Represent.
like, you know,
Okay.
yeah, but, you know, just being open, you know, just seeing that at a young age was cool, you know what I'm saying? And just diving into that world was dope. So, yeah.
It sounds
that's
like
real.
it really stuck something into you because like we talk about how we manifest and how powerful our words and our thoughts are. So like those commercials really sparked you into like stardom and like it really inspired like unconsciously really like drove you and
Yeah,
you
nah, for sure. I believe in you know, the power of the tongue is, you know, is very effective. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the 50 laws of power. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the book is, I read it a long time ago. But just believing in all that. You know, I was like on a TV show called Lost, and you know, it was kind of the character I portrayed. Like he used to see stuff or like imagine it, and like you know, stuff would happen. You know what I'm saying? But like that's real, man. You speak it into existence, man. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you work towards it. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So
It's beautiful, dog.
you know, that's just a little, you know, hidden little things that be in TV sometimes. You know, you can capture a lot of different stuff, but you know how you use that into your way of living is gonna be on you. So, you know, that's kind of just what I've been on, and you know, a lot of more stuff I want to get done. You know, like with the writing and directing and stuff like that. So we're working on a lot of stuff, but that just come with time. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So, but yeah, it's been dope.
And to be so like young doing that, like you have to imagine like your family, your support system.
Yeah, nah,
They're
definitely,
A1.
definitely.
You
They
have
my
a
rock.
raw
They my
family.
rock. You know, my granny just had a birthday.
Yay.
You know what I'm
Happy
saying?
birthday.
She 100. You know what I'm
Wow,
saying? And
beautiful.
I'm like,
Dang, she
yeah. So
100.
yeah, I gotta shout her out, man.
That's
Shout out
love.
granny. But you know, but just I
That's a
just
lot of
speak.
wisdom right there.
Yeah, not to the family, man. They always was there
They're
holding me
awesome
down. You know what I'm
because you're
saying?
so
Like,
young.
yeah, for sure. My mom definitely taking me to auditions, and you know, like we from Long Beach, going to Hollywood every day. But you know, that's what it was, and I appreciate her
Cool.
for doing that. But it's been
Now I got a
so,
question for
yeah.
you. So throughout this whole time, you know, one thing I wanted to commend you too, just on like both of y'all, just because both of y'all I know both of y'all just y'all took time out to come on our podcast today, and y'all definitely got a lot going on. Y'all definitely been
Vibing.
through more than plenty in y'all short spans of lives right now. You know, how have y'all like kept a grasp on like, you know, just staying humble and like staying so like, you know what I'm saying, so cool and being in this world that we live in. You know what I'm saying? Because you know this is Hollywood, man. This is like this ain't no small time stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's some big time stuff that we've been embarking on. That I've been seeing y'all be a part of. You know, I see you on Instagram doing your comedy skits and everything like that, and then you on set every single day. Got this going on with new movies and stuff like that, and then dog, you've been doing movies since
The
you probably still
longevity.
in baby diapers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as I think about that, I think about, you know, how does that develop in the brain? You know what I'm saying? Like, and when life comes and sets in, you know, about things that you encounter in life, because people look at you for a long time and probably thought you was, you know, like this probably somebody I'm gonna see on TV. Then when they see Malcolm Kelley in person, you know what I'm saying? They've seen you on, you know, You Got Served. They seen you on plenty other movies. You know what I'm saying? Like I see on people on Instagram, I always do it for Lil Saint. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but your name is Malcolm Kelley though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, hey,
You
man,
know,
that's all love. I mean,
like,
you can never like, I don't know, you can't write that shit. Like, you don't know that
mm,
shit is gonna happen when it like something like that take on a life of its own, especially like when social media came into the picture. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
mm,
I mean, that's just all love. You know, I kind of get that for a lot of different other characters. So I mean, it's not like. You know, some people look at it as like a bad thing or like, you know, stigmatism, like
mm,
getting put in a box or whatever. But I mean, it's all love. You kind of said like being humble or, just understand where I came from. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't really, isn't, um, kind of like these opportopportunities don't come all the time. You know what I'm
100%.
saying? So just to be where I'm at, man, is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And I know that. You know what I'm saying? And that's really the main thing for me. So I try to give back whenever I can. I do showcases. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm managing. You know what I'm saying? I love to give back to people in ways that I can.
I'm a second that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm a second that because
yeah, man,
I think
I'll
one
be
time,
chilling.
not even just one time. I think I did two of your shows.
Yeah, no.
Then on top of that, my dog
down.
pulled me up on an interview one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and that type of thing, you know, in life, you know, when you encounter certain people like that, like I know you know how I talk to you. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's beautiful because I have two great people on set right now. You know what I'm saying? Really, you know, I got a whole room full of great people. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, sorry, DeAnna. Sorry, like, nah.
There you go.
But you know, I'm saying as you know, as our guest on here today, but I'm happy, you know, that we allowed to, you know, bless the world with y'all presence today, and we doing it on this podcast because y'all two amazing talents out here, and we definitely want to, you know what I'm saying, dive into this and see what's made y'all who y'all are. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's brought y'all to this point of y'all life? Young entrepreneurs, young great talents of this world, you know what I'm saying? Living in the state, you know what I'm saying, where, you know, work gets you everything, you know?
Definitely.
Ain't nothing given. Everything is, you know what I'm saying, everything is earned and taken. For real. Y'all out here taking it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here taking stuff, and we ain't trying to give it back.
No,
you know, we trying to build empires out here. So, you know, what else? What's me? I gotta ask this. What's the favorite place? Your most favorite place you ever been?
I still got some traveling to do, but I definitely would say the DR was nice.
Don't you love it there? I love it there.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people there. I've traveled
And
there a
the
lot at one point in time.
The DR was nice. I like the DR.
I've gone throughout the city in the DR. I've traveled there alone a lot of times.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
So you know
I've
what's
met
up.
people out there. I've built relationships out there.
Okay. But,
I was going so often they would stop in the airplane like, what you got going on? The people out there are solid though.
They're solid.
I like that.
You make solid.
Nah, I love traveling. So, you know, I gotta ask people what their favorite place they ever been, you know. And I know this dude right here, Malcolm.
Oh, yeah.
I done bumped into this man in Hawaii. I done got off the plane and I'm looking over there to get my car rental. You know what I'm saying? I look over to the hey! Down, hit her with the yeah. Down the whole airport. Everybody like looking around.
Right.
What going on in here?
Yes,
I know my sure at the time I was in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? But my sure she like, who you know in Hawaii? I like, look, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got niggas everywhere.
Vibing too.
Yeah. But real life went out there and caught a vibe, and I think honestly that's like, you know what I'm saying, when I really got to know you as a person, you know what I'm saying, and we really like grew closer than, you know what I'm saying, than I probably ever expected at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
like we really, you know what I'm saying, became my dog. You feel me? So, you know, I'm happy that was the case. You know what I'm saying? And now sitting back watching the development and seeing exactly like who y'all are, you know what I'm saying, also has propelled me into even taking bigger steps in my own life. You know what I'm saying? And I would love for y'all to just pretty much, you know, get that out to the world, you know, that influence that y'all have on people, that y'all can even have on a person like me. I've accomplished a lot in my life, you know what I'm saying? But I look at y'all and I'm looking at a young director, you know what I'm saying, right here doing comedian skits, acting in commercials, actor for multiple years, you know what I'm saying? I watched this man block a fadeaway shot. I ain't seen too many. This dude athletic. But, you know, it's just many and plenty of great things, you know what I'm saying, that I just like got to give y'all flowers for. You know what I'm saying? As I'm watching over, you know, over everything, you know, Instagram, whatever. It's just, you know, definitely had to bring y'all in. So
that's so important, you know, like and be able to positively influence people no matter who they are, you know, just keep being solid, keep being good, just keep showing love keep
sure.
pushing knowledge, and just because people need us. Like we said, there's demons out here, you know.
sure.
Like we just have to remain good and just positively influence everyone that we can, so they can all flourish and be successful like us. And you know, so that one good thing might stick with them and change their life and change them as a person, so they can be better people and it could be a better world.
No, for
You
sure.
know,
Facts.
so just keep being amazing for real.
I got a
For sure.
question.
Helps us.
Like throughout this whole time, like both y'all been doing this for a while, right? What's some of the biggest red flags that y'all have seen, like throughout this time? Like what is one thing like y'all look for, like, you know what I'm saying? Or not even look for, or that you can just like peep out. Because I'm not saying, we talked about this being positive earlier. You know what I'm saying?
What you look out for?
Like what's one of the things that you
And
pick
what
up on
though? That's
very
pretty
easily?
broad. And what?
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like you can be on set or something like that, or you can be, you know, probably just
A red
on your
flag,
daily life, a red flag.
Yeah, that
know
you
what
look
I'm
out
saying?
for.
Oh,
Like for me, it's like okay,
I wouldn't necessarily say a red flag, and
I said a red flag.
yeah, they did say red flag.
So,
Okay, it could be a red flag, but I'm gonna just say this: he might be able to go more in depth because he's obviously been in this longer than I have.
don't do that. They said
I mean, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So it's broad.
But I would definitely say your character.
Mm.
Character is big, I feel like.
100%.
And that can go in many different ways, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's definitely, you know, how you treat people,
Right.
how you move, how you work.
Mhm.
It could go a long way.
How you talk versus how you act.
Yeah.
That's something I look out for every day.
Definitely. So I would definitely say that's something, you know what I mean? Even when you don't think people are watching or paying attention, etc., like somebody's watching. So, you know, you got to make sure your character, that's
Your
what
substance.
yeah, exactly.
Or what you
that's what I
talking
look
about.
out for. I mean, that's what I, you know what I mean? But I'm still learning, you know what I mean? So I've only been, you know, in the game a few years. So, but I definitely would say that's something that not has only been taught and told to me, but I've also seen in other people how their character could either get them, you know what I mean, booted or get them, you know, put on. So I definitely would say, you know, character, how you treat people, that all, you know, that whole lineup definitely is
Man, you know, I think it's crazy, you know, just to see everything that y'all, like I said, like that y'all been doing. I got to ask though, what's one of y'all biggest influences in y'all lives? Like, you know, for me personally, like my mom was a big influence on me. My mom is a doctor, you know what I'm saying? She went to school like 6 different times in between us living in that 3-bedroom house with 23 kids in it, you know, and watching her not have a GED, you know what I'm saying, having the first shot at 15, my other brother when she was 17, me at 18, my other brother at 19, you know, and us living on streets and stuff like that throughout Chicago, watching her get all that stuff together. She was my biggest influence to show me, like, you can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter your road, no matter, you know, she always used to tell me this, actually. She used to say, you know, it don't matter about the road you take as long as you get there. You know, so who showed y'all road? You know what I'm saying? Was it life, or you know what I'm saying, y'all have somebody special?
I definitely say life, of course. My mom, of course. My mom, you know, single mom type deal, raised me. Had a stepdad come in the picture, but she, you know, predominantly, you know, raised me herself. So she's always gonna be that, you know, that backbone. That's my mom. That's my rock.
Yeah.
So definitely her. But she's the one that put God in my life, so I can't, you know, not say God, because she's the one that put God in my life. You know what I mean? So there's definitely times, you know what I mean, I've been through my struggles. You know what I mean? I've gone through some crazy stuff. You know what I mean? That I look back on, I'm like, I wouldn't have got through that without God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just me being real, because there was nobody else there for me at them times. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yeah.
So it might sound cliche or whatever, you know what I mean? But it's true. You know what I mean? But definitely I'll say, you know, life, my mom, you know, God, you know what I mean? Those, that core right there, it'd definitely be my, you know what I mean, my centerpiece. I got other people that have added to it, of course. You know what I mean? But that'd be that core for sure.
Yeah,
So
Malcolm,
yeah.
what do you think your biggest influence is?
My bad. What was it?
Yeah. What's the question?
No, what do you think one of your
Who's your biggest influence?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, damn. I'm playing. I'm sorry. I'm a little late. Biggest influences. Definitely, you know, definitely I can, kind of echo what Corey said a little bit, just
Okay,
about
just a little bit.
seeing. No, just about, definitely having God first, knowing why I'm doing things, but my family, but definitely picking up as I go, I just, kind of pick up from a lot of different people that I admire what they do, you know what I'm saying? Just like Denzel Washington and how he directed a movie and he was in it, you know what I'm saying? That was the first movie he directed that I got to be in. So that was lit just watching him do that. That opened my eyes at an early age, like, whoa, like, okay, I'm definitely trying to do that. So I was inspirational and watching her Issa Rae's come up, you know what I'm saying? I just pick up from a lot of different people and also with the music. I definitely admire a lot of different artists and you just got to pick up from people's stories, man, and kind of utilize that to your journey. You know what I'm saying? As best as you can. There's no blueprints to a lot of this, so you know what I'm saying. Like just kind of strategically look at some of your people you admire and how they move in the industry, and look at some of their mistakes, and maybe how you can kind of avoid that. You know what I'm saying? And you can win out here. It's enough room for everybody to win, man. You just got to go out there and get it if you're hungry. So.
Definitely.
That's kind of just using everything though in real life, man. So you just got to use everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
would
that's
say
real.
my grandmother was my biggest influence, and
For
she
sure.
pretty just much held down the team. Like she always was out there working, getting to it. So we
Nah,
were
facts.
good,
Facts.
and we were comfortable, and we had houses over, roofs over our head, and great education. And she worked so hard all the time, and that was definitely the influence for me. Like if my grandmother can work that hard to provide for me, then why can't I work that hard? So I
Mhm.
started working at a very young age, like when I was 15, because I'm
Hmm.
like, if my grandmother can work that hard, why can't I work that
Nah, for
hard? And
sure.
why can't
For
I
sure.
provide for myself and be able to help out her,
Mhm.
whether she needed the help or not? Like, so that was definitely, and it's got me everywhere, like being determined and driven and willing to work hard, has
Yeah,
brought
that's the same.
everything.
I get the work ethic from my dad. Like, I know sometimes the work schedule can be like kind of chill sometimes, but when it's go mode, I'm definitely locked in and whatever need to be done. Like,
Oh, you're
it
done.
ain't no questions asked. We gonna knock it out. I know what I signed up for. Like, long hours, we gonna get it done.
Yeah,
Ain't no
facts.
complaining. We
Facts.
gotta be here, be there, be here, be
Get
there.
it
That's what it
done.
is.
You know where to come with, man. Get it done. So, it's a blessing at the
And
end
I
of the
think
day.
that's huge, man. Like,
Facts.
I watch a lot of things in life. When people start doing certain things, you get to complaining so much about, hey man, I gotta go do this, I gotta go do that, and
It's a
blah blah blah.
mentality.
Like it's a mentality. So when you actually get there, you gonna keep complaining,
Hmm.
or you gonna make the best of
Right.
whatever you're doing at that
Right.
moment in
Right.
time. And I think that's huge. I think that's humongous. And like we talk about success, because it gotta be a certain type of trickery that you use with success when you get into certain situations, even probably when you may be uncomfortable, uh, adversary type situations, or stuff that you may not want to do at that moment in time.
Yeah.
You gotta like damn near trick yourself into being like, I'm about to make the most of this opportunity
Facts.
right now, regardless of what, because I'm
Facts.
here
Facts.
already.
That's when them
So
Yeah.
butterflies turn to adrenaline. Like you
Right.
gotta like use that, man. Definitely going on stage. I still get butterflies, man. When you go on in front of a crowd, you know what I'm saying? Like you just
Hmm.
like I don't want to trip. I don't want to. You just
Right.
everything is running through your mind. But like when you get out there in front of them people, bruh,
Let's
it's a
go.
whole
Let's
different
go.
Showtime.
story.
it's a
You know what I'm
love.
saying?
That's a
It's
great
go
feeling.
time.
It's
Like
a great
it's a
feeling.
great feeling. But definitely butterflies. I'll be like, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Do my little prayer, you know what I'm saying?
Adrenaline
Talk to
rushing.
God
As
real
as
quick.
you're
Bro,
going
Little
bro,
though,
shot, you know what I'm
you
saying?
bro,
But you
do
get
bro.
it.
out there and it's, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, you got to go for that. Like, use that. You definitely got to use that. When you get comfortable, like, that's when people talk about, like, when it ain't fun no more, like, they, you know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
done with it. But, like, you got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to use that. Like, that's what still feeds me to this day. You know what I'm saying? I know I got a lot more to get done. You know what I'm saying? And man, you know what I'm saying? We're going to use that, man. Let's get
I
it.
think that's huge, bro, because I say that all the time. And I say this to my brothers, I say this to whoever may ever ask. You don't get butterflies when you play the video game. You know what I'm saying? You don't get butterflies when you fucking go order from a damn drive through. You know what I'm saying? You don't get butterflies. You only get butterflies from things in your life that are huge for you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
You
facts.
know what I'm saying? It's gonna take you to another level. Like, and if at that moment, that's what ultimately makes a difference between you becoming something or becoming damn near like nothing.
For
Or
sure.
some people turning their back on their dreams or something because in that situation where they was facing the most like adversity or anything at that moment, they turn their back. You know what I'm saying? And at those same moments, there's been people in that biggest adversity moment that have turned it on and became the biggest stars ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I remember one of my coaches said to me my rookie year, he said, look, man, like you don't get your opportunity to go on the field. You don't get this, and that. Just make sure you're ready for your opportunity, because if you're not ready for your opportunity, it's somebody else's.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that goes hand in hand with that butterfly situation, is that if you're not feeling butterflies from something, and if you're not nervous about something, then why? Like, it's
What's
probably
that?
not something that you should be doing.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you're getting butterflies, there's no you meant to be there.
No, right.
And only the devil gonna trick you out of that situation, because the butterfly is gonna be there whether you like it or not.
Right.
If you don't think some of these biggest stars are seeing is filling up that butterfly in their stomach, you know what I'm saying? They may be used to it a million times. Maybe used to people grabbing their
Right.
chains.
That don't mean
You
it
know what I'm
come.
saying?
Yeah, that don't mean it ain't coming. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and they still feel like you can have a situation where you fall off stage and become a meme. You know what I'm saying? And or whatever the case may be. That stuff is always gonna be there, and you need to acknowledge that and love and embrace that feeling.
It just builds a foundation as well,
Right,
going
that's
through
what I'm
these
saying.
tough
That's what I was about to say.
situations, when those good and easy times come, and then, where it's so easy, we earned that. We worked through that, and we were able to handle those situations. So now when we come across maybe the same exact, it ain't nothing, because,
Right.
we've done it, we learned from it. And yeah, we're grateful for
Right.
those them bumps,
Yeah.
tough times.
Oh, that's love. That's love. And look, I wouldn't rather have it no other way. You know what I'm saying? Than to feel those moments, like being nervous, damn near sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or having those butterflies, because that's what reminds you you're human.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like a little bit of everybody want to have that moment where we just everything is nothing. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like everything is everything, and you need to believe in these moments, So what we just got in talking about was biggest influences and stuff like that, and we was talking about how butterflies and stuff like that.
Now,
But
that's what you gotta do.
so
Now, 1, 2.
those biggest influences and stuff like that, that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, those butterflies, that make it makes a big part of our lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, definitely looking into the future, we dealing with a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got Joe Biden, he just put the $30 million plan into some
Into crack pipe. No, I'm joking.
No, what is it called? What is it called?
The harm reduction plan.
Okay,
That's what it's called. So it's basically the plan is they are going to be distributing crack pipes, but it is so they're not using needles, which cause and spread diseases. And not only that, this harm reduction plan is where people can go in and get their drugs tested, because we got to keep in mind, you're not able to party in peace. What fentanyl is like #1 killer. Like, so they're offering that,
I've heard of
as
that.
well as they're saying that these
Sheesh.
people that are getting these crack pipes
Party in peace.
and getting this help,
Sounds great.
the rate of them using the substance actually decreases, and people actually are seeking help, and the drug use rate from this does decrease. So, and this has been ran in Canada. They've been doing it for quite some time, if I'm not mistaken, 2003, and their drug rate has gone down. So they're just also trying to be able to provide somewhere some people can go and get help, not only clean.
I just
I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work out here.
Hey,
That's what they were talking.
hey, bro, I'm about to brought my Molly in to get tested. Hold on.
Niggas
Are you going to jail, or can you just leave out? Like, what's gonna happen?
like
They basically making a safe way to do drugs. That's basically what they do.
But you have to keep in mind,
still
this is
locking people
#1
up.
killer right now. Fentanyl is killing
is.
people.
Fentanyl,
People
yeah.
are dying. There's #1. So the fact that he has a plan out there to help that come down.
Could have made a
from
better
#1.
plan,
Well, this is a #1 thing.
but it is the
death
government.
right now.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what they focus on.
Well,
I think
you
the
know,
realist side. I think the realist
it
side
is something that does need help too,
is
though.
important. You know, I think the realist side is important because regardless of how we all may feel on the show, we all fitting all taking motherfuckers
thank God.
like that.
No, they need help.
But it's people out here that's doing that. You feel me? It's
right.
people out here that's really addicted
Willingly
to
and
drugs.
unwillingly.
Yes,
That's the problem.
110%. Shorty just died. Said her stepdad stuck a heroin needle into her arm, like held her down
And that's
killed her.
Damn.
Yeah. This was just on the news like probably 2 days ago. Yesterday.
That's nuts.
So they're calling
So-
the crack pipes the safer smoking kit. That's what it's called. So people will stop using the needles,
Look, dog, we put together this little case with a crack pipe in it and all this.
because it's
You know what I'm
safer
saying?
because we don't want you to spread
Like
AIDS.
it's like a party pack. Or
and
something.
because you came here, you might actually seek help, which a lot of people do.
What's some gift bags they give you at the birthday parties? These niggas then put together a addict version of that.
But it has the numbers show that it does work, and there's too many people dying. So at least
Oh, they have all
there's
types of numbers.
Oh yeah,
these
them
days.
numbers. We don't talk about that, but it better work. I hope it work.
if you need
whatever.
help, there's help.
They out here
Help
paying
some
for
people.
streams, huh?
There's free help.
Yeah, bro.
Right.
I'm just
They
saying.
out here
Like,
paying for streams.
they need to consult a little bit more about these plans, to help. But I mean, I guess, y'all, I ain't up in there, man. Y'all do y'all thing. you know.
Yeah, we can't control them, obviously.
100%.
Help them,
The
so,
government got their own thing going
Yeah.
on. We here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We exist.
That
We putting the word out. We doing our part.
Yeah, awareness.
You know what I'm saying? Bringing
Exactly.
awareness to exactly what's going on, and but I think that's the main thing that's important because we're not gonna have control over the media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when people decide to see our faces, you know what I'm saying? They only got one thing to look at and one thing to hear,
There you go.
and that's important.
So if what's something that people should be worried about, and the government should be worried about that they're not worried about? Since we're saying that this plan isn't, something we should be worried about, what's something that you feel like the government should be worried about, or us as a community?
Well, I'm not saying they shouldn't be worried about it because homelessness in LA, that shit. It's crazy. So I appreciate the effort to do something, but it's just how many people are in place, like, to make, sure, like, the right plan goes out, or, like, I guess, but I understand if they tested it in Canada, you know what I'm saying, they're going off of that, cool, let's see if it works out here, but, you know what I'm saying, it's just, always explore other options, but, as long as they're doing something, man, I can't be mad at that, I guess,
They can do
respect
more.
that.
And they have the
They can
power
do
to
more.
do more.
Okay, and what's
They
something
can
more
do
you
that
would like to
and
see?
they can do that and house them.
I
Get
know
them in
people-
programs.
Yeah, I heard they
et
have
cetera.
certain type of housing things.
It's
I
like-
mean, it's just when they're working on it, like,
Yeah, but
honestly,
it's like y'all offering
when they can approve it, when they
a
approve
way
it,
to
so.
do drugs but safely versus offering a way to just get off the drug.
And off the streets.
Like,
Right.
am I thinking too logical?
But I think
No,
they're trying to
100%.
incorporate that all in that program, and you're
You
gonna.
think they're trying?
Well, from what I read and what I've heard, they
Okay.
are. That's a part of the program to try to get these people off of drugs by getting them to come here to receive these things. But at the end of the day, it's ultimately your choice because they did make
Of
a good
course.
point in what the article I was reading, that people want to get high, but they want to get high and they don't want to die, and they want to be able to
Of course.
allow people the help if you want to get off of the drugs, but also if you do want to make that terrible decision.
Come get it tested.
We're here to at least help you do it more safely because people are really dying right now.
Yeah, that's facts, and I understand that. I understand that plan, but I just know that they could do more. We all should know that they can.
Yeah.
100%.
What's-
I agree 110% that our government could do more, and they in the same way they pass bills for
Thank you.
$30 million
Thank you.
for
pointless shit.
for a party package for
Yeah.
drugs. You know what I'm saying? Is the same way
It's a lot
we
of
can
money.
invest $30 million directly into communities
Into housing.
and get in the housing.
Thank
$30
you.
million
That's a
in the
lot of
housing.
money.
And
Etc.
we talking about with these new homes or these fast development homes that they're building. Instead of building tent communities, why not just put these people in homes so they don't have to sleep in a tent.
Right.
They don't have to be set with these certain pressures on living this lifestyle that we have to uphold so much in this society.
Right.
We think about back in the day when we did everything through trade, it's nowhere near close to that anymore. We can't. It's not just simple trade anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not about being good at one thing. You probably need to work 2 or 3 jobs now, a regular job, to provide for a living in Los Angeles.
Especially out here.
You know what I'm saying? So certain places maybe, you know, you go to Indiana or something like that, you may be able to get a crib or something like that for $1,000. But out here, you want to get the roaches out. We talking about, you know what I'm saying, 2,500.
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even in Chicago,
Yeah.
like, any major city, it's just insane. You got to be out here hustling.
Definitely.
Like $100,000 is not gonna, you know,
Not gonna cut it.
That's you living tight on $100,000, and that's insane because a lot of people, unfortunately, aren't, you know,
Ain't coming close to that.
Yeah.
You know, we talking about teachers,
Insane.
$40K out here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If
40,
that.
50K.
If that.
So
Is
look,
that teacher?
teachers.
Yeah. That's we maybe
and I-
probably about 30.
I mean, I'm reaching.
That's
I
insane.
understand I'm reaching.
Yeah.
Understand I'm reaching. But I think the biggest point to make with that is the fact that we just not close of what's actually real and what's actually helping people, so we don't create more monsters out here. You know what I'm saying? Because then we look at situations like when we looking at some of these people who may be robbing your car, maybe doing this and doing that you may not like, that we want to throw in the media and say, you know, put all these people doing this, these people doing that. But dog, like, how hard is it to live out here? So certain people are forced into certain circumstances to make themselves look real bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, out here? You know, and I tell you one thing, just from being the person who struggled, I'd be damned. You know what I'm saying? If I died out here, you know what I'm saying, waiting on something, I was gonna go make it jug.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so when I do still have a lot of sympathy for people that's going through certain situations that may do certain things, is because I've understood those moments. Maybe not killing somebody or something like that. We talking about robbing something, or, you know what I'm saying, doing some fast cash, little, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you gotta get it. You
Yeah.
feel me? You gotta get it out here. And I think the government can do a lot better job with providing for not just people in need, but for everybody. Because you can technically still have a career, teacher, and still be out here struggling.
Of course.
And still be out here down bad.
Yeah.
And have some of the worst circumstances. So I just think we can make it a lot easier. Our government can make it a lot easier for us to live in this country. You know what I mean?
And
So,
and just, you know, to, you know, wrap it up on that, you know, at the end of the day, like, this is what we're kind of doing with this podcast. We're trying to, you know, shed light on different ways that we can do that for our community and for the people that we influence and we meet, so they can, you know, somehow spread the word on more, or, you know, different projects that we're working on where we have grants, and just, you know, to be better, so the government can maybe be influenced. You know, we have to influence them at this point. So that's really important that we bring on people
100%.
like you that are doing amazing things for the community and are being great people and influencing people to be great, so we can, you know, on our end, change and show and bring growth.
actual factual.
Definitely.
So, man,
thank
y'all
you.
definitely gotta
Thank
y'all
you.
definitely
Thanks,
gotta
both of
drop y'all Instagrams, you know, for the cameras, let everybody,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying, know y'all Instagrams and stuff like that, so they can reach out and get a hold of y'all.
Most definitely.
So, yeah.
Follow up on Instagram and Twitter, man. @ the real Malcolm. Yeah, you know what time it is. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
It's there.
You can follow me on IG at the Cory Story, and yeah, keep looking out. We out here.
Let's
Appreciate
go.
y'all.
You can follow me at DeAnna Richstar on Instagram or on any platform, DeAnna Richstar.
You already know 3 King Bibbs 5 man. Y'all have just now tuned in to the Do It All podcast. I thank all y'all for coming out and being a part of this episode with us and tuning in. We'll be right back with y'all again soon.
I came from the hood, I seen it all. Moved to the burbs, I got it all. Give me the ball, I get it all. Pass me the rock, I get it all. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I do it all. Yeah, I came from the hood, I seen it all.